This hour, let's check in with our Ariel Salk live outside the ICE building in South Portland, where there has been a lot going on all day. Ariel, fill us in. What's the latest?
So right now we are seeing, a cluster of protesters out here, but this is just a snapshot of what we're seeing all together out here. I would estimate around 150, 200 people out here. Now, a couple hours ago, we saw federal agents come out of the building, arrest 2 people. During that, they used pepper bullets on the crowd, as well as what we thought was tear gas, but it was just red smoke. You might actually see a red line on my forehead. That's because we all put our gas masks on, because we did think it was tear gas, and that is the whole point, to really try to break up the crowd. Now, right after that, or a little while after that, the crowd dispersed, but then an ambulance came, went inside the building, was there for a little bit, and came back out. Now, during that, once again, the federal agents came out holding that crowd back. We're not seeing any National Guard. Portland Police is around here. Now, we're going to show you earlier today our press conference with state and local leaders. They say what was unlawful yesterday, it's unlawful today.
The judge's order was not some minor procedural point for the president to work around like my 14-year-old does when he doesn't like my answers.
During a press conference today, the Oregon Attorney General and Governor said they are going back to the federal court to prevent the California National Guard from being deployed in Portland after a federal judge this weekend had blocked the Oregon National Guard's deployment with a temporary restraining order, ruling there is no rebellion underway in Portland, so federal law enforcement intervention illegal.
We need leadership in this country that understands the power of bringing people together to solve our greatest challenges. But the president, right now, is persistent on acting like a door-to-door salesman and doesn't understand that when the court says no, the court means no.
Federal agents used several rounds of tear gas and pepper bullets Saturday on a crowd of hundreds of protesters near the ICE building in Portland. The governor says this use of force is breaking the law.
They're not following state law when it comes to control of public events and crowds. They're creating a nuisance. They're creating, I think, a public health emergency. They are stoking a situation so they can somehow make a claim to the president that this thing is out of control.
Criminal activity is criminal activity. Excessive force, no matter who you are, nobody's immune. The Portland Police is not immune. The Federal Protective Services, ATF, Customs and Border Patrol. If we see the law being broken, we're going to lodge the complaint.
And I would just add, we had hundreds of Oregonians and visitors running the Portland Marathon today.
Yeah.
26 miles through the streets of Portland. Clearly not a war zone.
Now, throughout the day, we have been hearing and seeing a Black Hawk helicopter. We also saw a drone when there was a lot of activity. It got really low to the ground. Portland Police is posted up right up there, about a dozen or so on bicycles. Every once in a while, they'll drive right through. Outside of that, we're also seeing a lot of camaraderie. There's somebody ordering pizzas to give out to free for protesters. People are making signs and jewelry. So, we're getting a very mixed energy this evening, but that's what we're seeing right now. Lisa?